Hello everyone! Let's talk about growing roses in hot and humid climate in the south, especially in Texas, and I'm in Houston, southeast Houston towards Galveston area. I found that a lot of people, especially new people who just start out growing roses, they were surprised by the fact that our summer summer rose gardening is very different from people in another climate, like in Pacific Northwest, those areas like California, Oregon, Washington, the locations where the summer is not the same as summer in our climate. And if you have seen photos, or if you are in different Facebook groups, the rose groups, or photos of roses online, and then you look at your roses this summer, they look completely different, like this one right here, distant drums. You are not going to believe that it is the same rose because it looks completely different. It's mind-blowing different. And I post photos of not photos, videos of distant drums last year and this year to show how they look in springtime and now how they look in summertime, right? Just complete opposite. And the big things about growing roses in our hot and humid climate in the south is that your roses are not going to look their best, to be honest, no matter how much water you try to give them, especially when we are having drought, and we have not been having a lot of rain at all in Texas or in Houston overall, at least in my area. It has been the absence of rain for perhaps like a few weeks now, and it will not, there's no sign of rain anytime soon. And the roses look quite different from spring, as far as you can tell that they look like blah, like how do I explain it? They just don't look as lush green, happy. And to be fair, even I am in the heat right now for just a few minutes, it doesn't feel good, right? So let alone these roses and plants in general, they don't have a choice. They just stay here under heat all day, all night, 365 days a year. That is really tough on them. And to expect them to put out beautiful blooms in this weather, that is going to make you want to give up rose gardening quick, because that's not going to happen. In the summertime, the bloom size on roses are going to be smaller, especially if they don't get shade, afternoon shade. Like this one right here is Sparkle and Shine. This is my oldest rose in my backyard. The colors on this one is quite vivid, but the bloom size is a lot smaller. So I wanted to remind everyone to shift your focus from wanting to see a lot of blooms to make sure that they are alive and thrive in the challenging weather condition. Otherwise, if we want to focus on seeing beautiful blooms, it's not going to happen unless you give them shade, like afternoon shade, to provide some relief from blazing sun. That may be possible, but if not, then I would like to shift that focus to make sure that they are alive and well, to make it through this crazy weather. And your roses, like I mentioned, not going to look their best, but look at their overall health. Some roses are going to continue to put on new growths, like this one, distant drums, put on a lot of new growths, even has buds. here and there, even though when they open and they're small and everything, they will look, that means that they are quite happy. Same as this one. And if your roses don't put on new growth, it doesn't mean they are dying. Some roses call it quits when it gets too hot. They just don't want to put on any energy to bloom, and that's absolutely okay. Continue to water them so that they will get what they need. And overall, just want to walk you through. You're not going to see a lot of blooms like in the springtime, and that's absolutely okay. And some will show a heat stress and all that. So for those who feel discouraged or want to give up, I hope that this video kind of give you some insights into growing roses in the summer. I know it is very difficult, but it is totally possible, and it is normal if you just don't see a lot of blooms or your roses don't look their best. It is just part of growing roses in this climate, and I hope y'all stay cool, and I'll see you in the next video.